All right, so tomorrow Mars stations retrograde in the zodiac sign of Leo on the same day that Venus moves into Aquarius. So you could be and Mercury still stationed retrograde as well, along with Chiron, which is about our healing, okay? And so there's we're looking at ourselves and asking ourselves, where are my needs not being met emotionally by me? Because of these retrogrades, we're having this feeling like we're moving backwards, and this is in order to really force us to dive within to figure out how to get more creative about what fills us, our passions, with goodness. How do we want to go about being honest and true to ourselves with our authentic core values? How do we maintain where we crawling out of if we've gotten lost from something? Okay. We've got witch. The magic you seek is inside of you, so let it flow. It came out in reverse. It came out in reverse. And so this is saying, look at this card upright. We're looking for something deep within us. So something that we already know, in order to what? Liberate. This is liberation. Okay. You could be feeling you're asking yourself, I felt better before. I know that there are moments where I do feel really good. Why am I so up and down? Well, this is because your energy within your soul, right, is looking desperately to overcome something. So many of you are finding during this retrograde season that after the eclipse season, that maybe you've pushed down things in your life that have really you needed to stick with and feel through in order to heal and move forward. And so you could be, figuring out now, feeling like you're backtracking because that's your soul's way of figuring out how to meet your needs, and figure out, first of all, where those aren't being met based off of the experiences you've been through. What is coming up, and how to know is asking yourself, and what is coming up for me? Feel through it, right? So in this Sagittarius energy of this month, which is where we're at, we are looking to be, Sagittarius is all about travel. It's all about faith. It's all about movement forward. Its ruling planet is Jupiter, and it's also in retrograde in Gemini. And so this is our soul working to expand, realizing where we're feeling trapped, where we're feeling, areas of our life that need liberation. Okay. And so, for how to free ourselves. Well, this was going to be a 60-second read, but it's not going to work. So I want to if we were to dial in here, angels, just some keywords here of what's happening, why these. And keep in mind too, you guys, this is a whole collective reading. So only take what resonates and leave the rest. Mountains. Okay. So this is in reverse. Many of you have been feeling like, oh my God, you climb this mountain. Okay. And then you reach it and you're feeling liberated and you're feeling good. And then all of a sudden, whoosh, right? And so this is why mountains is perhaps in reverse. It's when we reach those areas of frequency, right? When we are working through those things that need healing in ourselves, we reach some place, we level out, and then things will be really good, and then boom, right? So with mountains in reverse, for many of you, it could be literally how to voice your needs, your desires, your wants, how to communicate to somebody else where they've hurt you or what they do that you really treasure. Okay, just in general communication. And so with mountains in reverse, it's almost as though you could feel like you've climbed so many mountains and then reach where you think you've done it, and you think you've gotten to this base point, but that's all it is. It's like a base point, because there's always more, right? Because growing is continuous. And so let's get something else, angels. I hope that makes sense. Substance. in reverse, many of you could be recognizing that sobriety is necessary, or with substance in reverse, realizing how that's actually affected your life, whether it be your ingestion or somebody else's. And keep in mind, substance doesn't have to be like a tangible physical form. It can be diving into the telephone, right? Just constantly screen time, or you watching certain things, just keeping your mind off of something because you're tuning into something else and not allowing yourself to go within. Okay. And so this Sag energy during these retrogrades, this is all about, and with the Sun square Saturn, I'm going to say yesterday, where we're not holding our boundaries, or where our boundaries need to fall, is being illuminated. So we're seeing through our own walls as they crumble, right? Asking ourselves, like, what do I not feel loved? Am I not loving enough? What parts of my life do I want to, like, really is worth it to me, that brings me joy, right? That's worth keeping. So I just want to just drop, I hope this is making sense, you guys. I try to keep these really short for the most part, because I mean, a lot of times, like, who has the time, right? But for those of you just looking for some type of insight, hopefully these feel helpful. And thank you for taking the time to tune in if you are, right? So, okay, this is the 8 of, I appreciate it. Holidays are hard. They're just hard. Not everybody just is like, has these great holidays. Maybe we used to with somewhere along the line, right? So we're slowing down, right? Many of us could be slowing down with the 8 of Wands in reverse. Usually the 8 of Wands is like, boom, we're in it and we're moving fast, and but right now it could feel like you're slowing down. At the bottom of the deck, we have the King of Pentacles in reverse. So the Virgo, Cap, Taurus energy, and this is Leo, Sag, Aries energy, okay? But this is, with this in reverse, that you could be slowing down, number 2, because there's something shifting. Pentacles can be about material. It can be about your finances. It can be about your career. It can be about how you bring in abundance in whatever form that's going to be, right? Nurturance, or like in a physical way, or even just mostly like a shift in career. So many of you could be letting go of things in your life that maybe you used to be really passionate about, and now you're not so passionate about it. So some of you could be, selling your business. Some of you could be, with this Aquarius energy, really, diving in and getting the gumption to just recognize what is fulfilling to you and what's not, and leaving how you used to create money and hold abundance, because everything changes, right? And so now there's like this energy of working to figure out how to get really creative about how to bring more fulfillment into your life. And so that's a lot of this Mars and Leo energy that we're going to be feeling, like our passions needing to be reignited in a way that they haven't before. And I just feel like cutting the deck here. The Tower in reverse, there's something here that maybe you have been avoiding facing, and now there's that tipping point where you can't avoid it anymore. And so now you're all about, like, okay, you've dialed in, it's time to tune out in order to tune in, where there's an avoidance of a tower moment, perhaps, big changes needing to happen, and you haven't really been admitting it. Mountains in reverse, you're seeing it now. And so for now, you are slowing down in order to actually address it, and not for anybody else, more so for yourself.